We should curl your hair today and probably get a call from Animal Services if we tried to do that. Hi friends! Meet Lauren, who's...
Hello. Wait, no, hello.
A lot of you have been asking how I curl my hair, and secretly none of you have. No, really a lot of my friends, when they ask, you know, like, oh, how do you get your curls like that? And I say with the curling iron, a lot of people, I feel, shy away from curling irons when you're doing it on yourself. So I'm gonna teach you what I learned at Miss Universe and getting ready and Miss Canada and all that jazz. Because no one seems to have this kind of an accent when they live in Canada. Well, I have to curl my hair for something tomorrow morning, so I may as well film it, right? And I'll show you guys how I do it. I use the Baby Bliss Pro ceramic. You want some type of iron guard protector. I use Chi. And you want a brush to make every curl look nice and smooth like Goldilocks. I got a lot of sun happening up here. And these clips are lifesavers. So when you search for them, they're called duckbill clips. Hopefully this auto adjust comes into play here. But these make life so much easier. If you don't have them, you can do it with bobby pins, but I hate doing it with bobby pins. It sucks, and you will also hate life if you try to do that. Maybe. However, I'm blonde, and these are things I don't know. Because as a blonde, I need to be handheld on everything I do. My main goal in life is to get a husband so he can teach me how to use electronics and not electrocute myself. Right. Don't put it to the highest heat because you don't want to burn the shit out of your hair. Lesson number one. I'm just gonna spray through. I like flipping my hair and doing the outside, inside. Do the same thing on the other side. I like how this accent has gone a little bit more Sean Connery than... You don't know who Sean Connery is? I can't.
Good.
My fly's been open.
Oh my god, I thought it was supposed to be.
In what fashion?
I was
Is
so
a fly
confused.
supposed to be open?
I was so confused. Honestly, I thought like you bound was holding it together and I wasn't sure.
It's camp, okay? It's camp.
Oh my god.
Make your life easier by starting from the bottom and then sectioning your hair and going up slowly. Make sure your hair is entirely dry. Like this is my hair just air dried because I don't want to apply heat to it by blow drying it then curling it. But what I normally like to do is I would section it into parts, but this is the order I go in. I basically go off my eyebrows. Where the end of my eyebrows is where I take my first section. So I would go across and kind of like use your nail. Go all the way to the back of the head, section that out so you can see a line. Take this piece, and then just tie it up out of the way. So what I would do is use this duckbill clip and keep it up there. If you get this little fun, fancy, attractive piece hanging out, it doesn't matter because you're just keeping your hair out of the way. What I would do then is I finish this layer, and then I go a little bit higher, so like the arch of my eyebrows. Ideally, if you want something more natural looking, you change the direction of the curl each time. Always brush through your hair first, but I like to have it either curled away from my face or curled upwards for the sake of like volume. Another really big key is having an essential cut that has layers to have a certain amount of like bounce and body and volume. I open it up because most likely a lot of heat's been building in there and you don't want to burn yourself. So you start at the root, kind of pull and make sure it's straight. I use a little bit of pressure on the handle to loosen it as I roll down, go back up to the root. A little bit of pressure as you like, it's like little lifts, like boom, 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 boom. And then back up and kind of careful to guide your hand in that piece so it doesn't go falling out. Roll it up. I go to feel it, and the moment that hair feels hot on the outside, it's good. And you unhook. You want to catch it in the roll while it's still in shape. If you don't, that's okay. You roll it back up. Take your first clip. And then as high as you possibly can, you clip the hair in place. Oh, and you need hairspray.
Obviously.
We don't have hairspray today. Well, what you would do for the sake of demonstration at this point, use your hairspray and then I like always kind of do it in place. No, that's air. That's air. This is what an empty hairspray can feels like. And the next one over, same thing. I like going from a root instead of some people, you can divide the hair out side by side and then roll upwards. But if you have layers like I do, I like to roll from the bottom and then up as much as possible, just because that way it's easier that you don't have different hair pieces falling out. So I'll just clip that temporarily so it's out of the way and do the same thing. The reason I like to smooth it from the root going down is it actually kind of like smooths your hair as you're going into the curl as well, versus when you start at the bottom and roll up. You tend to, I personally find I get a lot more flyaways that way. And a big kind of helping thing is when you're getting out the curl, tilt towards it, unroll it a little bit, and then loosen it up to catch it. Your curls hold better the dirtier your hair is. Holds the curl well, and then you have like this awesome voluminous day 3 big wave kind of thing, and just use dry shampoo in between. Here's another thing. When you're doing a section that has a lot of hair, if you're pulling at it, see that's a lot to try to get in a clamp. So what I do is I loosen it a little bit so I can get the entire clamp in there, and then I pull it through. That's attractive. It gets more attractive by the minute. Now, like what you would do is I typically spray. This is for demonstration purposes only, since all I'm doing is air. So that's your bottom layer. Follow the eyebrows, and I go to the arch, and I kind of go in like a little bit of that angle. Reach back. You're kind of starting to get like more the back of the head, and then you're gonna have this little kind of fun piece up here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need hairspray. My hair is way too soft and silky right now. Do you hear me, L'Oreal? Do you hear me? So real quick on these front pieces, you wanna make sure that they're gonna kind of point away from your face. Why? I don't know. Like get rid of them bad vibes. Like, nope, not today. Not today, Satan, not today. You coming at me with them drama? My hair's saying go away. So same thing, I feel like there's a really big chunk here, so I'm just trying to separate that in half. So that way I have like a really clean piece that I only have to worry about that when I'm curling it, and no other sections are gonna get in the way. Eventually you get faster at this, so you don't hate yourself every time you have to do your hair. Or put on a podcast. If you really want to step it up and brag to your friends, definitely talk about how you listen to NPR radio. They will love it. Also, throw in the fact you're a vegan while you're at it. They'll love that too. And CrossFit. Just talk about those 3 things in the same conversation and you will have so many friends. So it's super important to actually let your curls cool. Let the curls cool. No, you do want to let them cool though, because I used to make this mistake where I would curl my hair and it would look amazing and it would never last, and it took me like 2 years to figure out this hack and using these clips specifically if you want it to really last. I look crazy. Oh, it's not even done yet. Now, I'll do another video of how to get a man in 10 days. Go everywhere with your hair like this. Everywhere. Oh, gas stations are the best, especially go at like midnight. They'll think you're lovely and wear slippers. I think you're Justin Bieber. This is your last section. I look like the memes of like the woman who always asks for a manager. Make it count. This bad boy. This teaser brush, like it doesn't rip my hair out at all. It's literally meant for that specifically. You want to tease it before you curl it. Make sure you hairspray. Can you hear it? Because this is totally not a prop. So same thing. Now I'm not curling like towards a part. I'm curling directly upwards and forwards. And this is also how you have Halloween done easy. You put sunglasses in front of you and call yourself Cousin Ed. As I was saying, and then it finished, it stopped recording. And then spray it. Imagine a sound came out. That's it? Okay, we're gonna watch the Raptors now. Yeah, but genuinely, if you like do this when you get ready, then do your makeup, you'll let this cool by the time you let it out. Like, but I don't have hairspray and I wanna watch the game. So I'm gonna go do that instead. And I'm debating on actually leaving these in overnight or attempting to.
Look at that.
Good Maya. Kisses from Maya. And then the Raptors. Up 92-70 going into the 4th.
Si, senor.
So I just took the curls out, flip the hair upside down. You really want to break up all the parts in your roots. Try to leave the Goldilocks as long as possible and then brush it out right before you gotta go to your event. So I'll show you what it looks like after.